Thank you, Chair. Honorable Minister and the Department, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that Banyana has proceeded to the knockout phase. And I'd also like to acknowledge
Order, honorable members.
our young Boke
Honorable
for their
Tlape,
achievements.
Honorable Tlape, can you just take a seat? Honorable members, although we do allow interjections, we do not allow running commentary, Honorable Paulson, because it is disruptive, and also we do not refer to the way other members dress themselves. It's a personal, I'm talking to you. Are you challenging me? No, honorable member, you behave yourself, otherwise you leave. Please continue, Honorable Tlape.
Thank you, Chair. I just want you to understand, Minister, that you probably run one of the most important portfolios in this country in terms of healing this nation. We have youth that are swimming in drugs. We have children without opportunities. We always celebrate when a national team wins. When they lose, nobody's there. We talk about social cohesion when we get drunk together because the Boke have won. But that's the wrong focus of what sport can do. Sport can do wonders if well supported in our schools. That's where the social cohesion can begin. When you look at Africa, we have sports stars that come back to save their countries. We have George Weah, who became the president of Liberia. We have the Cameroonian star who comes to support where government should have supported. We have a schooling system that creates educated people that are not employable. You can never have a supreme athlete that is unemployable. But it is not just about the supreme. Even the ones who never win anything, even the ones who never represent any nation, if it is organized in such a manner that they can participate, that's where they can learn discipline. That's where they can learn dedication. That's what will keep them off the streets. So, Minister, what I wish for you is that you take over sports in our schools. Don't leave it to educators, because they know very little about that. There are no coaches in our schools. There are no fields in our schools. Our children roam the streets after school, and that's how they get into drugs. That's how they get abused. So I want you to understand that the mandate that you have is a big mandate. When Banyana went to the current competition that they are in, there were challenges about equality. There were challenges about their salaries. Culture resides with you. So the notion of gender equality, you have a big role to play. And you can demonstrate by ensuring that those young women are treated just as well as Bafana is treated. It is your responsibility. People need to understand that without sponsorship, you can't develop sports. But your responsibility is to ensure that we have sound sponsorship. We don't have sponsorship that promotes gambling. We don't have sponsorship that promotes alcohol. So when we have all these houses that seem to be the ones supporting sport, we need to ensure that their products are not promoted, that they are not using sports sponsorship as a marketing tool. They are using it as a resource to restore our nation. You are underfunded, Minister. But we are not going to say because you are underfunded, we will not support this budget. We, as Action SA, support this budget. But we say it is your job to clean that department out. It is your job to ensure that if there are sports structures that are being developed, they are developed in time. VAR should be here today so that we could have international standards to meet. I encourage you to continue looking for sponsorship so that we can be a venue for many sports, including Formula One. We support you, but we want ethical.
Honourable Member, your time is expired.
I thank you.
I now.
Honourable members, fellow South Africans, we can all agree that in the last 12 months, it has been a golden 12 months for South African sport. The Springboks continue to make us proud. Bafana are on the door of the FIFA World Cup. Amajita are the under-20 AFCON champions. Banyana are charging into the women's AFCON quarterfinals. We are the test cricket champions of the world, and our athletes are flying the flag on tracks across the globe. This is what South Africa looks like at its best, when talent, hard work, and national pride come together. But I rise this morning to sound the alarm on two issues that threaten to undermine this success. First is governance, Minister. While our athletes shine, the boardrooms are in disarray. SAFA, Boxing South Africa, Netball South Africa, Athletics South Africa are all riddled with internal politics, power plays, and mismanagement of funds. The young men and women who represent this country deserve excellence on and off the field. We cannot let this generation be failed by broken institutions. We need urgent reforms and credible leadership in our sporting bodies. The second, and most urgently, it is the issue of gambling, sports betting, and their sponsorship. Minister, I saw your video on the socials before we played Italy in Pretoria, where you were giving away Springbok tickets that were sponsored by Betway and FNB. I was disturbed, Minister. Not at you giving away tickets, but the soft advertising to sports betting. And let's be honest, intended or not, it was an advert for a gambling company. And that's a problem. Gambling addiction is real in our country. It is becoming a pandemic in our communities. Families are losing homes, children are going hungry, and lives are being destroyed. Betting companies are flooding poor communities with 24/7 adverts, promising riches they can't deliver. Even school children are getting addicted to gambling and sports betting, and we must draw a line. Responsible advertising is not optional, it is a moral obligation. Betting companies must not target vulnerable communities, and government leaders must not become brand ambassadors for gambling. We must demand transparency, no more secret sponsorship deals with SAFA or any other federation. If we can regulate tobacco and alcohol, we can regulate gambling advertising too. Let sport be a source of hope, not a gateway to gambling addiction. Let us govern sports better and give effect to the full
Honourable Member,
portfolio
your time
of
is
sports, arts, and
expired.
culture. Let's protect our people from exploitation.
Thank you, Honourable Member.